Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Hat and Beard Show. It is November 20th, so happy Wednesday, hump day everybody. You're halfway through the week. Glad you're hanging out with me here today. Before we get into it, we do have to have a big shout out. Big Hat and Beard happy birthday to Mr. Edwin Hubble. That's right, Edwin Hubble. Born 1889 today, November 20th. So happy birthday, Edwin Hubble. I think it was 1889. So that's awesome. But that's not what we're here for. It's just a little bit of random trivia that I know. Guys, when you sit upon the throne, everybody wants to take their shots at you. Everyone wants to take their shots at you. And sometimes people are going to grift. And sometimes people aren't going to be able to fully comprehend the reality of the situation, such as the case with the Detroit Lions. And first things first, very own Nick Wright, or in this case, very, very Nick Wrong. Some of you might know Nick Wright as the fool who constantly beclowns himself on TV, a guy with little to no athletic acumen. I don't know why he's allowed to talk about football at all, especially when you set him next to former professional football player, Western Michigan University alum, and Green Bay Packer alum, Greg Jennings. And I do have to shout out Greg Jennings. We'll play a little clip here where Nick beclowns himself, and then Greg Jennings actually says exactly what we're all thinking. So, look, guys, the reality is some people just aren't going to like you, and some people are just constantly going to suckle at the teat of the anointed, right? The in this case, Nick loves him some Buffalo Bills and some Kansas City Chiefs, right? The long and short is he doesn't think Jared Goff is special enough. He uses the word civilian because he doesn't seem to grasp the concept that we push here in Detroit. It isn't one individual that's going to take us over the hill. It's a collective team effort. And anyway, so we have an article here pulled up from sportsillustrated.com. This came out, this article was written yesterday, all right? And I believe the clip is from Monday, but it's just kind of making the rounds now. So before we get into it, go ahead and do me a solid, like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Go ahead and click the share button, copy that URL right to your clipboard, or share it around with all your friends. It helps the algorithm know that my content needs to be put out there. So we're in a little bit of a lull right now, a little bit of a bog down. Haven't quite been hitting the numbers we were the past couple weeks, but that's fine. We're here to keep just grinding out content for you guys, one video at a time. I appreciate everyone that's hanging out. I appreciate the support already. So without any further ado, let's get into it, fellas. All right, this coming to us from Sports Illustrated. Nick Wright calls Jared Goff civilian quarterback. Nick Wright still does not believe in Jared Goff's ability to lead Lions because Nick Wright is a moron. And you're good enough for Detroit, Jared Goff. That's why we paid you a shitload of money in the offseason. My guy, Jared Goff. He's our guy, Jared Goff. We've been saying it for years now, fellas. Here on this channel, here around these here parts, around the Hat and Beard house, we're Jared Goff truthers. All right, we believe in JG16 and what he can do. Yes, he isn't flashy. Jared Goff has never been flashy. What about Jared Goff or his personality outside of his incredibly hot wife? What makes you think he's flashy, dude? Does he not just, like, if you took him and put him in a polo and khakis, could he not just be the general manager of any department store? Right? Any Target, any Walmart, any Michaels, anything like that. I don't even know if Michaels is still around. But, he just kind of, look at this guy. He just kind of looks like you're just running the mill, JV head football coach, right? But Jared Goff has the intangibles. He's got the it factor. He's got ice in his veins and a short memory. We talk about it all the time. Jared Goff has the uncanny ability to bounce back from making bad plays relatively quickly, and I'm here for it. So let's get into it. This is, again, coming from John Macaron. John Macaron. We've been reading this guy a couple of times now. He does pretty good work. All right. Detroit Lions quarterback Jared Goff achieved a perfect passer rating of 158.3 against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Oh, that's an ad. Ooh, excuse me. Protein shake, fellas. Despite leading the team to over 50 points twice this season and arguably playing his best football of his NFL career, a few pundits still do not fully believe in the former number 1 overall pick. That's right, Jared Goff, who has taken a team to the Super Bowl. Granted, he was riding the broken down legs of Todd Gurley the whole way. But he almost did it again last year. He almost led a uppity Detroit Lions team to the Super Bowl. We were a half hour away from punching his ticket to a second Super Bowl appearance. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't Jared Goff have more Super Bowl appearances than Josh Allen? Yeah, civilian my ass. On Monday's episode of First Things First, Nick Wright expressed he still does not believe the 2024 Lions team led by Goff was better than the Chiefs or Buffalo Bills. Well, we won't know until we meet Kansas City into Super Bowl. And if anything, if you want to look at the most recent clashing of teams, we did beat the Chiefs last year opening night. Just saying. But that's with the asterisk, right? It's an asterisk next to that game because Chris Jones was holding out. There's an asterisk, right? Shove it up your asterisk. I don't think you can beat a team in the league when you have I don't think you can be the best team. Sorry, I knew something seemed right. I don't think you can be the best team in the league when you have a civilian at quarterback. Kind of insulting. I can't say this team with Jared Goff at quarterback is better than the Chiefs or Bills, Wright said. I can't. I won't. In the modern NFL, I think it's very, very difficult to win 3 straight playoff games with a guy, even if he's a good guy at quarterback, and that's the way I feel they have. You can be mad. That's my opinion on the Lions. Well, buddy, we were a half hour away from a Super Bowl appearance last year, and the team that beat us, let's be honest, Brock Purdy ain't all that flashy neither, my man. And I'm going to be real, dude. Clearly, you are not watching tape, bro, because JG16, not only has he been lights out outside of the Houston game, right? Just money in the bank, just absolutely league MVP caliber of play. But Goff has been a little bit more mobile than in years past. Now, yeah, it's like watching Drew Bledsoe run around. Okay, it's not pretty, but his name is Jared Goff, not Lamar Jackson. I don't know what you're expecting. I don't know what you're expecting, but please be one of those guys that tells me the only way you can win in the NFL is to have a mobile quarterback. Please continue to beat me over the head with how you need a mobile quarterback and bad defenses to win in the NFL. Please explain that. Just keep telling me about how you have to have a mobile quarterback. Oh, mobile quarterback. Got to have the mobile quarterback. If you don't have a mobile quarterback, you don't have nothing. Then why is JG16 going to be running away with the league MVP? Explain that to me. Goff rebounded at home after a 5-interception game on the road at the Texans. We know that. I should read this. Dan Campbell will never pull starters in second or third quarter. Well, the second quarter is a little ridiculous. Midway through the third quarter, I think you could see a little bit more Hendon Hookery, maybe a little bit more Sione Vaki. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of that. Cornerback Amik Robertson, who has been just an awesome signing. Just seriously, he gets lost in the sauce behind DJ Reader and Carlton Davis, but bro, and the draft picks. But Amik Robertson has just been stellar in the slot, right? Because we have Amik Robertson, Brian Branch can just roam at safety because he doesn't have to come down and play slot corner, right? We don't have to rely on Iffy, who has been dinged up all season long, or Brendan Joseph, who, although in limited action, has played very, very well. No, you can just let Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph just lurk back there. I actually seen a statistic, guys. Oh, the statistic is insane. I'm going to see if I can pull it up. Kirby Joseph. Whoops. JOSEPA, Joseph and Brian Branch, QBR. Oh, come on. Where is it? Yes, dude. Yes. Here it is. Here it is. Kirby Joseph, I'm chasing a gold jacket. Ah! Oh. Oh, this is just going to... Come on, where is it? I seen a statistic. Oh, man, I can't find it. I seen a statistic, but that's dope. Kirby Joseph's playing like he wants a gold jacket, which he's on the trajectory for. Where Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph, their QBR, when thrown at, they're both in the low 20s. They are literally the two best defensive backs in all of football. And Kirby Joseph leads the NFL in interceptions. Sorry about that delay there. I just had to look something up. But that's wild. So that could be because of guys like Amik Robertson allowing the safeties to be able to roam more freely. They don't have to do as much. They're allowed to just lurk and make sick athletic plays. Kirby Joseph is just an acrobat out there on the field. I genuinely love watching that guy play. His hip fluidity. No, it's probably because he played wide receiver in college that he is not as stiff in his stance. He's a little bit more agile out on the field than, say, your traditional defensive backs. He's not as locked in a attack mode, but he's more in a lurking mode. I really, really like what I see out of Kirby Joseph. And talk about a steal, just an absolute steal. But all that is to say that Amik Robertson has been an awesome boon for us. I know I got a little out in the weeds there, guys. This is going to be a short video. It's Wednesday, and there isn't a lot of news. Evidently, my power rankings video was a day ahead of everybody else's, so I'm got way out over my skis on that one, fellas. Amik Robertson noticed the contributions of Goff rushing the football. Goff rushed 4 occasions for 21 yards on the Jags defense. Jared was the number 1 dual threat quarterback today. In that game, yes, he was far more athletic than Macaroni and Cheese Jones. He used his legs today. I like that. That's Jared being Jared. If he ain't there, we trust him to be himself, to be able to run it, and that's what he did. That's the end of the article. So this is the clip here of Nick Wright on First Things First. Now, this guy's going to make an absolute fool of himself. All of us here in the Motor City and that have followed the Lions for years know this, know that what he's saying is wrong. But I just want you to pay attention at the very end. Excuse me, pardon me, where Greg Jennings just kind of says exactly how we all feel. So
I don't think you can be the best team in the league when you have a civilian at quarterback. Come on. I can't say this team with Jared Goff at quarterback is better than the Chiefs or the Bills. I can't. I won't. In the modern NFL, I think it's very, very difficult to win 3 straight playoff games with a guy, even if he's a good guy, at quarterback. And that's what I feel they have. You can be mad. That's my opinion on the Lions.
I'm not going to be mad. I'm just, you're dead wrong. Like, what?
Hell yeah, Greg Jennings. He goes, I'm not going to be mad, but you're just dead wrong. All right, so that's just a little bit of news today for you guys, a little bit of a palate cleanse before we lock in and load up for the weekend and kind of get things, looking towards the Colts. They're going to be rolling with their Indiana Knights, whatever an Indiana Knight is, uniform. So they're going to be trying to be a little special for us, and we know that AR-15 is going to be the starter. We have traditionally struggled with mobile quarterbacks, and no, Alex Anzalone does pose a bit of a hiccup for us. But I don't see a problem with the Colts. We'll get into that probably on Thursday. We'll start looking ahead Thursday to breaking down the game a little bit, if not Friday. Hope you guys are having a good week, staying out of trouble, not doing anything I wouldn't do. Sorry, I'm looking down at the screen, just making sure everything's plumb level and square before we get up out of here. Hope you guys are out there in the woods. If you're out there hunting, seeing stuff, dropping them. Again, nothing on my end. Haven't seen nothing, but hey, what you gonna do? Taking the time off of work, and it's time well spent away from that terrible, terrible, terrible place. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. Comment down below. What do you think? Are we being disrespected? Is Nick Wright super wrong? Is he Nick wrong? That's a hack. I'm sorry. That's just that is Nick Broder said that. I think Nick Broder for Westwood Sports or Woodward. Yeah, Westwood Sports. Oh my gosh, I can't even remember the name of them right now. I pretty much just watch the heavyweights, but go to their page, follow Woodward Sports, go to their Instagram, shoot them a message, and tell them to bring back Woodward Nights and have Hat and Beard be the host of it. I'll host it with Broder. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right, so that's going to be it for me. I've been Hat and Beard. You've been Attentive Audience. Stay out of trouble. Bonga bonga. Frig off.